What's up everyone? So today we're going to be comparing the performance of the AquArium sponge versus the melamine foam. So this is the AquArium sponge I've been using to pretty much take out all the algae on the surface of my glass. And as you can see, it has a very Scotch Brite consistency to it. The roughness of the surface kind of helps to take out some of the algae on my glass. It has worked pretty well, but I've noticed that I have to apply a high amount of pressure for it to be able to scrub out any algae that's on my glass. Now if you look closer in this, it has some wire-like abrasives and that helps take off the algae. So this is the side of my tank, and this one has a lot of algae that I haven't scrubbed off. And you can totally see the algae once the sponge runs over it. We're going to take a closer look at this, and we're going to try to take it out with the AquArium sponge. At this point, I'm already applying a pretty decent amount of pressure. The tank is pretty high and it's kind of hard to apply vertical pressure just because I'm already reaching downwards. As you can see, some of the algae on the glass are pretty stubborn and are harder to take out. So I recently bought a tank for Mako, and the reason why I got the melamine foam is because the tank that I recently bought has some watermarks in it that I wanted to remove. I think that the watermarks on that tank were just really strong enough and they've been there for a long time, so it didn't work out. I might have to use different chemicals in it, but now I've been using this melamine foam to take out some algae. If you look closer, you're gonna see some really fine pores on the surface of the foam, and that helps lift up some of the algae. So I was able to find a way to show you guys the side of the tank that I've been scrubbing earlier. And you can literally see the algae disappearing as I move the sponge over them. I was kind of skeptical at first because this is a really soft material and I'm thinking that it's not even gonna do any damage on the algae on the glass, but it's working out pretty well. Once again, the algae is located closer to the bottom of the tank, so it's kind of harder to apply pressure to it. But I did notice that I didn't have to apply as much pressure as I did using the AquArium sponge. And I find that really helpful, especially if you do weekly water changes and you don't let your algae build up like this. The only reason why the algae is built up like this is because this is the side of the tank that no one ever sees. In this particular clip, you'll see even more the effect of the foam has on the algae. you will notice how fast it picks up all that little spots on the glass. Another thing that I like about this is that it is light colored, so it's easier to see the algae against the white surface of the foam, compared to the gray or the green surface of aquarium sponge. So a short history of melamine foam. This foam is actually not intended as an aquarium cleaner, but initially it has been used for insulation of pipes and ductwork. Since it has a foam-like quality to it, it has been used for soundproofing, and they've been used for studios, sound stages, auditoriums, and even homes. But on the 21st century, it has been discovered that the microporous surface of the foam is really effective when it comes to cleaning. Now I will be going to try it on the same surface that I used the sponge earlier. So let's see how this goes. So the white color of the sponge is really helpful in trying to see where there's algae on the glass. Small pressure here, and you can see how some of the algae are disappearing when I'm doing some scrubbing. So some of the viewers might be wondering if this is aquarium safe, and I would say that it is. There was a rumor before that this is not aquarium safe because it contains formaldehyde in the name. And as a matter of fact, melamine foam is also called formaldehyde melamine sodium bisulfate copolymer, and that must not be confused with the standard formaldehyde, which can be toxic in large quantities. If you notice, there's still a little bit left on the surface of the tank, and this is the same surface that we've been scratching before, and it actually has taken off most of that algae. So I would say that if your tank is prone to having algae on the glass, this one is a really good tool to have in your fish room. So this is a big chunk that we're trying to get rid of, and it's working pretty well. See how easy it is to take off that algae. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something from it. And I would like to thank everyone who has supported my channel, and fish out.